Hey YouTube, coming at you with a viewer submitted battle from Anarchist. Anarchist, yes. So thanks for the submission. Sandslash, Tentacruel, Dragonair. So again, early in the season, so just be mindful of that when we watch the battles. But the team, okay, so the team, I looked at it first thing, I'm like, okay, you're double weak to ground in the front. Sandslash and Tentacruel both weak to ground. You have Tentacruel and Dragonair, which will have resisted fast move on steals, right? Poison Jab, Dragon Breath resisted on steals. So I'm interested to see how this thing goes. There could be some like potential issues, but we'll see if you can get out of them. Let's take a look at some battles. Sandslash into Ferrothorn. So this is like good lead because you're steel, so you resist the moves. Maybe they have Thunder, but that's not even too big of an issue. Just going straight Ice Punch. Interested to see if this does up to 50%. They shield the first one. Okay. Again, could be a Thunder, but even if it is, you'll live it. Going to shield just to match shields. It is a Thunder. That's fine. Okay, fast move timing. There. One. Okay, so you shield the Thunder. So it's a 2-turn fast move versus 3-turn fast move. So 1 and throw. So if you throw on 1, that's 2-turn for you, 3-turn for them. You'll minimize their fast move, their energy till 1. You did 2 here, which makes it 2 plus 2 is 4, and 3 plus 3 is 6. So you give up 2 energy there. So just giving up a little more energy than you need to there. This is one I would CMP on, yeah, as well, just to make sure that they don't get a move through and force their shield. You can live a Thunder Punch, so you can let this go if you want. You can also match shields, just kind of reading that if they're double shielding, maybe they're weak in the back to this. I'm just going to try to catch a Thunder on the Dragonair. Is it even a Thunder? No, it's a power up. You probably could have lived it. It's Altaria on the back. Body Slam is the only thing that's neutral. Unfortunately, you can't get to it. You have a nice punch, though. Oh, yeah, and I don't know if I love that. I know power up would do an okay amount, so you're worried about that, but giving up switch when you don't need to is huge. End up having a drill run, not enough to take out. So let's see if they can like farm up here on their end, but like they need to farm now. They need to farm up more than that because that Tentacruel can probably poison jab down before they get to Thunder, or at least get to a playing with the auto catcher on, always a risk. Oh, you actually live a Thunderbolt. I'm surprised you lived a Thunderbolt. Just an acid spray enough to take it out and take it out with the poison jab. Annihilate, so terrible lead. Who is your safe swap here? Dragonair. Yeah, Dragonair is an okay safe swap. Pidgeot, so this is a decent lead. If they're going to lower your attack, they're going to just shield up the first one immediately. Not surprisingly, I would just assume this is a Feather Dance and let it go. Aerial Ace. Okay, not much you can do about that. Yeah, there's not a ton you can do about that. You gotta let the switch timer come up a bit here. Oh, do you have Powder Snow? Brave Bird. Yeah, you have Powder Snow. I will change that. Hey, 2 for 2 of not having the... This is why I should start asking in the submissions what your moveset is. So because you didn't let the switch timer come up, you had to throw and just kind of get out of there. And what is in the back? There is your your Registeel. So now you're seeing the sort of double steel issue coming into play here. Zap Cannon is going to lower your attack. Potentially. Does not hit. Scald coming through here. It's not enough. Second shield, I'm guessing. Can you just acid spray and then like bait or try and catch? There's a couple plays here. You can just go acid spray, bait. You can go Scald, try and take this out. You could try and catch because they're going to get to a move here, I think. Yeah, so you have to try and do one of those 3. So catch the Zap Cannon, I was about to say, you kind of had to. Now get the Scald off. That's the thing with Tentacruel, right? So you're not going to be able to resist a poison jab down, so you had to do one of the two. One of the three, I guess I should say. So good job catching on the Sand Slash. Okay, terrible lead. This time going into, I guess Tentacruel and both can kind of act as safe swaps. So poison resisted, Scald super effective. Going to bait, assuming that they are going to shield a Scald, which is not a bad assumption. Like I probably would too if I'm a Shadow Gligar. Now going to shield up a potential dig. It could, it is a dig. I was going to say they could bait back because it's pretty safe bait. This will grab the second shield or take it out. And out comes the Skeledirge. Should be able to get to a Skull before I get to that. That's great. Your Sand Slash is essentially useless. What do you do here? I think you come Sand Slash and just like sacrifice it. Oh, they snipe with this. Okay, so now 3, 4, 5. Shield, obviously, and just try and farm and come out with a move. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Clearly, you and I come from the same counting background here. I missed the couple on the beginning, so there's one. They're going to get to a move here and take you out. Even resisted move. Yeah, okay. Shadow Ball is going to take you out. It's kind of tough when you run into a Machamp and a Skeledirge on the back when you're running Sand Slash. Just not much you can do, right? And here's your double ground weakness. Hydro probably wouldn't take you out, but it'll pitch you pretty low. Now you're just going to get outpaced here. So this is what I'm talking about. Like this double ground weakness on the lead. Any sort of Mud Boy. Catch a Hydro. Okay, good catch. You can combo Sand Slash after with that. Let's see if they get to a move and then catch on something. Yep, smart. Because they just want to make sure they have that Hydro loaded for that. Let that first one go. Farm down. You got to come Tentacruel. I mean, they could have Psyshock, but at this point, who cares? You just got to keep the shield. Farm down. Come out with a Scald. Baiting. I don't like this bait because I doubt that they're going to shield. Because if they're smart, they just leave it. I don't think it's worth the bait there, because if they're smart, they just leave that shield for a Hydro Cannon, Swampert, which they know they have loaded. So now they're going to grab the shield from you. I expect an instant swap and snipe here. That's what I would do with the shield advantage. And now they can get to the Hydro and take you out before you can get to a move off. Yeah, so this is sort of the limitations of the team. And you could just see it from a mile away. It was a good catch on the Dragonair, but then you just leave yourself vulnerable in the back. And they played it extremely smart. They farmed up to a Hydro. They banked it. They let the moves go on the A9. They came in, absorbed on the Noctowl, and just let Swampert with a Hydro. Like they played it exactly how I would play it, and they sniped you exactly how right when I said I would snipe you too. So it's just sort of the limitations of the team. Like it was a nice catch, but there's not much you can do. So they are running a Confusion Shadow Giraffe and not getting out, which is an interesting combo. Everything's resisted. I don't know why you're shielding here. It's just gonna be Psychic Fangs. Yeah. Again, maybe you don't know the moveset. Wobbuffet. Clearly you don't have an answer to Wobbuffet. I think what I would probably have done with Wobbuffet is chip with a Drowan or something. Because I don't know how you're going to combo the rest of this. So I think if you chipped it and then Dragon Breath and comboed it, it would have had a better chance, as opposed to now you're still probably going to go down here before you take it out. Yeah. So one, you wasted the shield on a Pokemon that has nothing. Tentacruel, there's a couple. Okay, there's like three things here that we got to talk about. One, Shadow Drafts, again, and maybe you don't know the moveset because Shadow Draft's not used, but it's usually Psychic Fang and like Trailblaze. So everything's resisted by Steel. So no point of using a shield there. Once Wobbuffet comes in, you have two options. You get a charge move off on your Sandslash, Ice Punch or Joran just to chip it. But I think Tentacruel is your option because it's a counter user, right? So just come in with the Tentacruel that resists the counter, which you are doing now. It will have Mirror Coat, which is a psychic move. Again, I guess you can do this and just farm up with the Poison Fangs here. And they reset, and now the draft is coming in. Do take it out. Expect the Wobbuffet to come back in. Start spamming. Right, and if you maybe chipped earlier with the Sandslash, this thing would already be out of here by now. Grab one shield. I don't. If they shield again, I don't like what your opponent is doing. Yeah, maybe they're gonna farm down. Come out with a Mirror Coat, but like yes, it'll chip. But it's still a Wobbuffet, and you can still just farm and just commit to the farm down. I would shield and commit to the farm. Yeah, shield, commit to the farm down, come out with two moves. Hopefully you can combo whatever's in the back just with these moves. Lickitung, going Acid Spray. I guess two Scalds won't take it out, but I don't know if you're going to get to a third. Like if you're going to get to three Scalds anyways, if you need three Scalds here anyways, just throw the three Scalds, or else you got to try for two. I think you got to try for those two Scalds because you still are going to need two Scalds anyways after the Acid Spray. So I think you're relying too much on the Acid Spray here. If you're going to use Acid Spray, you're only using it if it's a Pokemon that you can farm down with Poison Jab. Other times, like it's just more efficient just to go two Scalds, right? So I would only use Acid Spray on two conditions. One, if I'm baiting, and two, if I'm trying to just like farm down like an easy Pokemon like a fairy or something. That's the only time I would use it. Otherwise, you need to go Scald more. Okay lead. Poison's resisted. They can throw Crunch pretty fast. It'll chip like 60+% Shadow on Shadow. Aqua Tail bait, so that's unfortunate. Going to bait yourself. I don't think the first shield is... Unless you were thinking they were going to go Crunch first and then Aqua Tail, then it may be worth it. But I don't think the first shield is worth it, especially if they lower your attack with Crunch. But if you're worried that they were going to like go Crunch and then Aqua Tail, it's better to shield up the Crunch. You do Wind Switch though. Dragon in the back. You should be able to get to a move here. Oh, just short. I think it's probably worth just to come Dragonair, farm down, shield the move, and farm down. Yeah, that's what I would do too. So gonna do that. Cordelia in the back. This is resisted, so I think Aqua Tail is actually the move. Is Rock resist normal typing? I'm pretty sure Rock resists normal typing, and it would take neutral from Aqua Tail because it's half water, half rock, half. But you should be able to live one move here. I don't know why they shielded the unless they were worried about the fast move damage, but. Acid Spray again. Scald. Were you out of Scald? Sorry, I just looked away for half a second. Were you out of Scald here? Yeah, my man. Take Acid Spray off. You gotta Scald more. Scald is neutral. Even if it wasn't neutral, it would still. Even if it was just a grass, it would take out. But it's neutral. You gotta take this out with the Scald. Okay, good lead. Ish. Because these Smackdowns are still neutral. They shield up one. I would shield back. I'm guessing with Bastiodon and they're not getting out, they probably have a Shadow Vic or something in the back, right? So, gonna get a second one off here. Can you get to the third before they get to a move? You can. A little off on the timing, but if you take this out, it won't matter too much. There is your fairy, so this is great. Just chip, get your Tentacruel on it, and then get your Dragonair on probably the Vic, and then you don't need to worry about the rest of the stupid team. Unless it's a Medi. But if it's a Medi, you're okay too. But there's your Shadow Vic. No. My man. Stop going Acid Spray. I don't care if you stay in to take a little resisted move here. The only problem is you're now letting them farm to get to a Sludge Bomb for the Dragonair. Like, make that instant swap to Dragonair, do the Dragon Breath damage, and then come in and finish it with Tentacruel. Like, maybe you get a shield here, but it's probably not. Yeah, okay, fine. You got a shield. I still don't think that's the right play. You can just let this go and just go Tentacruel for the win. But is there a rule that you have to Acid Spray in the first like 6 parts of this season? Like, okay, that's fine. I've mentioned this multiple times in GBL. There's 3 win conditions. There's 3 things that you need to win. Sort of energy advantage, shield advantage, and switch advantage. When you got a neutral lead and one that you just, I get with Powder Snow is resisted, so it's a little trickier with that. But you already landed a Drill Run. I'm surprised you're giving up switch so willingly, especially if they have a Lantern. They may have an answer to Dragon in the back, right? So they're clearly don't know what they're doing because they're throwing a move here. Like, they should be immediately getting out into something that answers you. Okay, they're just going to go down. Again, this is early season, so I can't... This is early season, so it's one of those things where, like, it is what it is. You don't know the quality of your opponent. But if you're making these... You can't make these mistakes later in the season or else you're going to get killed. So you have to just kind of let that, like, maybe not give up switch. This is when I'd Acid Spray. This is when I'd Acid Spray because Dragonite is so glassy in the Great League. I'm fine Acid Spraying, shielding, farming down here. Sand Slash into Magnezone. You have to stay. Powder Snow at that. CMP. Could be a Wild Charge. Could be a bait. Get off the CMP. They try and catch. They try and catch on a Wiggly. I think you just kind of dumped energy unnecessarily here. Like, why? Tentacruel. Like, Tentacruel resists everything. Resists the charms, resists the ice move, resists the fairy move. You should be coming in Tentacruel immediately and farming up to 100 energy with Tentacruel, saving the energy on the A Sand Slash. Getting a Scald up there. I didn't know if they had energy too. I would probably also try and just throw it away. This is Acid Spray. Yeah, this is when you throw Acid Spray just to get that sort of chip here. They shield because they want to get a move off. That's fine. You let it go. Gonna shield, yeah. Take the second move. Yeah, shield. You got some energy. And goodbye, Tropius. Yeah, no chance. Okay, Abomasnow, great lead. And again, if this is later in the season, a bunch of these Pokemon are getting out. Nice catch on the Jellicent. Nope. Poison is resisted by Jellicent. Like, Dragonair was the only option you had here. Oh my God. I said, don't get mad. It's early in the season. People don't know what they're doing yet. You don't know the quality of your opponents. You don't know the quality of this. Oh, man. Some of these plays here. Okay, so just with a minute and a half left in this matchup, there was a nice catch on the Jellicent on them. You should immediately go Dragonair and Dragon Breath and I guess Aqua Tail combo here. Like it's kind of a core breaker for you. There's not much you can do there, but again, Tentacruel is like Poison Jab is resisted, Powder Snow is resisted. Drill Run's super effective, so you could argue you should stay in with Sand Slash. But I would just like sacrifice the Dragonair. this is a great matchup for you. I don't know why they're not getting out. Because they are super friggin' weak to you. I would stay in here and just force them to throw. Okay, CMP. Now you can just let it go and go Dragonair for the win. Okay. Ugly. Again, early times. So yeah, a few things I work on. I don't know if I love the team comp. Double weak to ground. Problems with steel in the back. Again, don't give up switch unnecessarily if you don't have to, in my opinion. Like, get out of the fires. Get out of the fighting. But other than that, I don't know if I love getting out of matchups that are just evenish. And then typing's my man. You came in with a poison against a ghost. So those are the type of things that'll probably help you take the next level. But thank you for the submission. We'll keep these going. Do these sort of analytics of each thing, and then you'll see my battles in the morning. So that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.